Hello children, good morning. Welcome for today's biology class. So today we are going to continue the chapter Cell, the unit of life. So today we are going to cover cell wall and its functions and endomembrane system. So in endomembrane system, mainly today we are going to study regarding endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus. Now let us study regarding cell wall. Cell wall, it is present only in plant cell. Even bacterial cell also there, but the composition is different. Okay, it lies outside the plasma membrane and it is non-living. When you see the algal cell wall, it is made up of cellulose, galactans, mannans and minerals like calcium carbonate are present in algal cell wall. The typical plant cell wall, no, it consists of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin and proteins. These are the different components of cell wall. What are the functions of cell wall? It gives shape to the cell and it helps in giving rigidity to the cell and it gives the mechanical strength. It supports the internal structure of the cell. It protects the cell from osmotic bursting. Sometimes by means of end osmosis, water can go inside. If the water content it becomes more, it can result in bursting of cell. So it avoids the bursting of the cell. It helps in the expansion of cells also. Okay, the growth of the cell, expansion of the cell, for that purpose also it's there. So in the case of cell wall, when you observe the cell wall, in the case of plant cell, when you observe the first, the primary cell wall will be there, the youngest, the wall of the cell, the plant cell. So the youngest wall, that you call that as primary wall. It is capable of growth and later it diminishes and that gradually matures and it is converted into the secondary cell wall. The secondary cell wall will be thicker. So that's why when you observe the trees, when they are in the form of saplings, small plants, they are having delicate stem, but the same stem it will become matured, it becomes thick, the bark. So how does it become thick? That is due to secondary thickening. The cell wall, it becomes more thickened by the deposition of more layers and all. Okay, it results in thickening. So that's why here we mentioned regarding the expansion of cells. So next one, endomembrane system. So in endomembrane system, first let us study regarding endoplasmic reticulum. So here the endoplasmic reticulum, it consists of network of, that is network also, this irregular network of channels, and they are bound by membranes and the membranes are interconnected with each other. So these can be seen with the help of electron microscope only. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, that you will see later. So first let us see regarding the endoplasmic reticulum, space according to compartment, how does it occur. So there are two components, that is space are there, that is intracellular space. It is divided into two distinct compartments, one that is inside the ER and that is extraluminar. Okay, so inside ER luminal and the extraluminal cytoplasm compartment, like the two compartments you can observe, two distinct compartments you can observe. According to the type of that is endoplasmic reticulum, I told you the attachment of ribosomes. Accordingly, there are two types are there. It can be rough endoplasmic reticulum or RER or smooth endoplasmic reticulum. When it has no attached ribosomes, you call that as rough endoplasmic reticulum. So and when there is no ribosome attached, you call that as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is the diagram, children. Can you observe? Rough endoplasmic reticulum, it has no attached ribosomes. So here it is smooth, it does not have attached ribosomes. Okay, so this one you call that as cisternae and the space you call that as cisternal space. This is nucleus. Okay, these tubules, can you see they are interconnected with each other. Let us see the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. So according to the type of endoplasmic reticulum, the functions may be rough endoplasmic reticulum, it is involved in protein synthesis and secretion, and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it is helpful in the synthesis of lipids. Okay, so the why the rough, it is doing protein synthesis, because the ribosome's main function is protein synthesis. So that's why the rough endoplasmic reticulum also show protein synthesis. In animal cells, no, lipid like steroid hormones are produced by this rough endoplasmic reticulum. It helps in intercellular transport of substances also. Transport of substances also it is helpful. And it gives the skeletal system of the cell. Just like skeleton, it supports the cell also. So, next one, let us study regarding Golgi apparatus. So, it was discovered by Camillo Golgi, and these are also membrane bound structures, and they occur in the form of tubules, vesicles or cisternae. They are usually seen aggregated towards nucleus. In plants, they are arranged as unorganized and unconnected channels like structure that you call that as dictyosomes. Actually, these are structures now seen closer to nucleus. Can you see? So, this is no this is no Golgi apparatus. In Golgi apparatus, can you see they are arranged, the tubules are arranged in a manner just above one above another like that. There is some difference between the arrangement of ER and the Golgi apparatus. From the structure itself we can distinguish. So, here the two surfaces we can observe. So, one will be the cis phase, and other will be the trans phase. So, one side, so the mainly the formation, the substances when they are being formed. So, here the one surface, through the one surface the substances formed, it will be coming inside. So, that one you call that as the cis phase, okay. And other one, the trans phase, is the maturing phase. Cis phase you call that as the forming phase, and the trans phase you call that as maturing phase. Here, in the case of functions of Golgi apparatus, the function it is useful in the synthesis of polysaccharides from simple sugar, okay, and it helps in the formation of glycoprotein and glycolipids, and it is mainly helpful in the transformation. It is involved in transformation. The primary lysosomes are formed from Golgi apparatus by budding. This is also responsible for secretion and transport in the cell. Okay. So, here Golgi apparatus, this is Golgi apparatus, this is endoplasmic reticulum. Here the substances formed from endoplasmic reticulum. Sometimes it is getting matured in Golgi apparatus. Okay. So, here 1, 2, 3, and later see here it is undergoing maturation, and later it has been released from this Golgi apparatus, and here in the form of lysosomes it is helpful in the digestion of the substance engulfed inside in the form of food vacuole. Okay. So, like that when you observe this endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi apparatus, both of them are related with each other in the function. Okay, children. So, today we are concluding up to this, then tomorrow we will meet in the next class. Thank you, children.